Trucking, dirty trucking. Man, just looking over these court papers again with this rental route rate here. This is unbelievable that they would send something like this with the incorrect information on it over to the court, and the court clerk signs off on it. And they tell you to make they tell you when you file shit to make sure this shit is true. This ain't true. Now, it is true that I'm in arrears for rent. And I am at the demand possession. So, what's not true is the amount on the paperwork. I don't know what it has come to where you can just send anything over to the goddamn courtroom. Any old goddamn amount. And then get the clerk to sign off on it. And it expedited my court date, because looking at this court paperwork, whoever this rental is, looked like they were paid up to May 31st, and they're just now getting a court date, which is August, May, June, July, August. So, which meant if it had went like it was supposed to, I'm paid up to June. I shouldn't have been expecting this summons until maybe the end of August, beginning of September. So it, in fact, looked like they expedited my court date because of this incorrect information on here. And I told you I've been in contact with the accounts receivable manager here. She is the one that I always communicate to when I'm late on the rent, when I'm going to get the rent in, running a little difficulties right now, but it's getting it in. And then when I get it, I'll immediately email her, hey, I just got the rent in. Now everything's everything. So, just had a lengthy phone conversation with her, addressing what she told me back on Friday. Now, I spoke to this woman because I received an email about the lease saying if I didn't sign a lease, they're going to put me on a month-to-month basis. And I'm wondering why they were sending me that information when I signed the new lease. They cannot sign off on the new lease and approve it because I have a balance. But I got an email saying it was approved. And now they're going around reneging on what they said. And I end up deleting that email. They actually approved it. It's approved, but they can't finalize it. Just put it like that. So it's approved, but they can't finalize it because I have a balance. They can't finalize a new lease until you get rid of the balance. So I didn't think my balance would get to this point. So here's the thing. I spoke to her Friday, explaining her further the situation with Uber, what's going on here, as far as my earnings, why is it taking so long, and that I'm just livid. I just don't understand how I went a whole month and I couldn't even get in the 2057 before the August rent hit. That's what's shocking me. I'm still only got half. Impossible. And I'm getting tired. I'm not earning what I should be earning, and that's the problem. Every day I'm making $100 less. I'm making $100 less every day. That's why I have not been able to get the rent in on time. I'm making $100 less. And then of the money I am making, I'm going out here still spending the same. And in fact, my spending has increased from $50 to around $70. So if I'm making less and still spending more now, of course, this is what's taking it so long. I'm making about $100, anywhere from, I want to say $75 to $100 less every day. I'm not making shit now. And it's taking too long to make the shit. Uber has been dragging out how long it's taking me to make this money. And then it's looked like I'm working over 12 hours. It's looked like they're playing some game with the time. I went out there. I started driving yesterday at 6. I ended at 4:30. And I only took a break for about maybe, I want to say 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I took an actual just break. Not no little quick stop. So from, I want to say 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 10 hours. You only got 12 to drive. Now, if I've been out there 10 hours, and I only really took a break for about 45 minutes or a quick stop to run into the bathroom, which ain't shit. It ain't that many minutes. How the hell does the app tell me I got, I think at that time, 4 or 5 more hours to drive? How's that possible? And I've been noticing that. It seems like I'm driving an extremely long time. More than what usually I cut it short. Normally by 10 hours, I have everything I need. 10 hours. I don't want to be out here 12. Now, if the day is running extremely good and I look like I can rake up, I'll go run that goddamn clock out. I'll run it out. But yesterday, I know I started at 6 something. I ended at like 4:40 something. Because that's what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10 hours. 10 hours. So how do I have all these hours left? Now, the car said I drove 305 miles yesterday. Now, either that digital display on that car is just fucking up. Something wrong. I drove 305 miles and I made 189. 189. But they claim, not in the change it on their portal, on their app to make it look like I'm only getting 5% less because of my 5-star rating. No, it's not. I'm getting a hell of a lot less. I'm working longer, it seems like. It seems like I'm working longer. Because when you turn the app off, it stops your time. Okay, it stops your time. So I allow for the time I be bullshitting. Okay, if I sit an hour or something like that, okay, I take that hour away, subtract it. But if I count that I've been out here from 6 to 4 yesterday, 4:40 something in the morning, and I only really stopped at that gas station for, I think I spent about maybe 45 minutes. Let's roughly round it off to an hour, sitting there, because I've been driving all damn day. And that's 10 hours. 10 hours. 10 hours. I only got $189. How much is that I'm making an hour? $18 an hour. That's the problem. I'm $100 less off of what? No, yesterday I made $189, so I would say about $65 off of what my normal quota should be. That's $65 off. My earnings have dropped drastically. That's why I was not, if I had been able to get the July rent in, I wouldn't have this summons in my hand. I wouldn't. Some probably would, but here's the thing about the summons. I don't know when the court started allowing people to just throw any old amount on there to get a goddamn court date. And then I talked to the accounts receivable lady. She talking about, she said, you could dismiss that. I don't see where we filed anything on you. I don't have, wait a minute. I never seen nobody go back and forth. Please, I don't like liars. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. She been downright lying to me. She gonna tell me I don't see it. I told her, I sent her the picture of it. She's looking at it. She said, you could disregard that because I don't see where we filed anything on you. We didn't file anything on it. She talking about this we shit. It ain't no we shit. It's her. She the one do the filing. She talking this we shit. So, this is the accounts receivable manager. This is also the same lady. Let's go back into the bathroom. Oh, let's start right here. This is the same lady I spoke to, I think it was a year ago now. They had done an inspection here, and I was telling her about the tub and the ceiling in here. See the ceiling? It's about to collapse. It's coming down. And I think I got a little section in the living room, right here, where you see where the line is starting to, the drywall tape is starting to, you can start seeing the line. So let's go into the bathroom. Let you see my wonderful tub. Special upgrade is where they did the toilet, the floors, and the sink. They didn't do the tub. Let me tell you what this tub is. This tub is my childhood tub. When I stayed on Leander with my father and my sister when we were growing up, this is the type of tub we had. This is a childhood tub. And I'm tired of moving in places that they have something in here that is something of my childhood, like they taking me down memory lane. This is what they call a partial bathroom upgrade. Partial upgrade. Where they did the sink, the floor, the tub, the toilet, and they just said the hell with the tub. When I moved in here, I saw the glazing job was bad, and I wrote it up. I said, this glazing job is bad, it's going to crack after a while. They were supposed to fix that when I put it on the paperwork. They didn't. Look at my tub. Look at these tiles. This shit is just like, this fucking disgusting. Look. I offered to glaze this. I could do a hellified glazing to make this, turn this from ugly to spectacular. This is my tub. This is my tub. This is my tub. And I'm paying $1,700 rent, including the utilities, every goddamn month. Close to $1,800 in rent. $1,800, you might say $1,800 in rent with the parking and the goddamn shit. That's my damn tub. My tub, the ceiling dropping down. The ceiling over there, that didn't come down. Accounts receivable manager, this woman I just got off the phone with, told me, take pictures of it, send it to me. I said I had put it in the portal. Maintenance came up here, saw the tub, and left the work order open. They didn't fix it. And then when I called downstairs, the building management started telling me I needed to come downstairs to sign some paper, bring more pictures to get it approved. What the fuck? Now, I done talked to this accounts receivable lady. Now, she's directly up there where the approval goes to. She said, send me the pictures. I sent her the pictures. They still didn't fix it. Why the hell I got to go downstairs, fill out a paper for you to approve this fucked up looking shit? Your maintenance worker came in here, left the work order open because it got to go through an approval. Now we got to do some extra. You got a portal where we need all repairs. If we need whatever repairs, we put it on the portal. Take a picture, you snap a picture, whatever, send it, then they come fix it. Didn't do it with the tub. The tub got to be special. I got to go downstairs. Now, I done sent it to this accounts receivable lady. Now, she's up there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where all the approval shit takes place. I gave this to her. He never fixed it. I still want to do the glazing job myself because I ain't got nothing to do. And I like doing glazing. It's fun. And I like seeing the results of it after it's done from A and B because I'm going to do a video about it if I'm still here. But because they expedited my court date, maybe I need to expedite my ass up out of here. All this shit I done endured coming in here. They switched my journal. Been leaving footprints in my rug. You've been stealing stuff out of my box of papers over there. You've been rummaging through my personal property. You done messed up my clothes. You was putting shit in my food, salt and spicy seasoning. All that shit that was going on in here. And they expedite my summons. And she gonna explain it to me like, oh, well, we'll just discuss this in the court that we put the wrong amount on there. And you put the wrong amount on there and let the court clerk sign it. And knowing this is the wrong amount. Aren't you responsible for filling this paper out and taking it to the court? Yeah, your building's supposed to do that. And then get the court clerk to sign it. You put and I told her in the email, I said, did you put the wrong information on here to expedite my court date? I told you, they always want to get me in court. And I'm tired of it. I need to leave this state. I need to leave. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Want to get me in court? You want to get me on some virtual? You want to see my face? You want to see me? I'm tired of it. All that shit you doing and I'm broke. When you should have saw me was at the United States District Court about Warren Truck Plant. So after talking to this accounts receivable lady, she kept talking and disclosed that she had actually filed on July 24th for me. So if she filed July 24th, had she told me that, I want to know to be expecting a court date pretty soon. Because this court date, this summons is signed July 29th. She filed on July 24th. So that woman had been lying to me the whole time. I think you put the wrong rental amount information on here, the wrong unit, just to expedite my eviction or my interaction with the court. And she gonna swear him down. That ain't what I did. I said, but I just talked to you Friday. You told me, prior to Friday, you told me, as long as I can get it in by the end of August, we still got some time. Let me see here. I haven't filed anything on you. Now, this was Friday. What was Friday's past date? What was past Friday's date? I hadn't filed anything on you. That's what she said. But in the conversation today, I found out she said she actually filed on me on the 24th. I said, well, why didn't you tell me that? I said, I'm sitting here talking to you, discussing you, what's going on here, and I'm being openly honest with you, and you've been telling me some incorrect information. And you telling me, made me believe you had not filed on me yet, that I still had time to the end of August, which she still confirmed. You do still have to the end of August to pay. You do, whether we go to court or not. You still have to the end of August to pay. That's what she said. And now I don't believe anything the woman says now. Then she says, well, I didn't file it till July 24th. And I caught that. She tells me that today. I said, but when we spoke, you said you hadn't filed anything. And then she said, after I do file, we still got some time. It'll take a couple of weeks. So you still got some time. Which relaxed me from the worry. And then the very goddamn next day, I got this white man standing in my door with a stack of files, the summons for eviction. After talking to her. I mean, you see how this is? And then now the court, they filing incorrect information on court documents and sending it in and then telling me, she tell me, well, we'll discuss we could change that incorrect information in the courtroom. In the courtroom. In the courtroom. This is a legal and binding document. And you put incorrect information on it and got the court clerk to sign off on it. And you talking about going in the courtroom to change it. In the courtroom. After it's already been signed. In the courtroom. Wow. If that's not another push or God telling me, Juanita, what more do you need to go through here to leave? What else? So she lied to me. She absolutely lied to me. Then tried to tell me, you can disregard this notice. And then took it back after I told her I contacted the court. And she said, don't listen to your building management. If you disregard this, they can still put a judgment against you for not showing up. Because now, the initial, they got some new stuff going on with the court. I haven't been through an eviction for 20 years. I don't know about this damn virtual shit. It's a virtual court date on August 8th at 1:30. And then after that virtual court, during that virtual court date, I'm going to get the actual court date. So it's 2 parts. I'm going to be dealing with the court about this. 2 parts. Wow. And the Uber got my income in a position where I got to deal with this goddamn court shit. I don't like going to court. I hate going to court. I hate seeing my name. I hate this shit. And I definitely don't like seeing my name for no eviction. This is crazy. My roof over my head is in jeopardy because I'm not earning enough. They want to play this game. No, you let this happen again. Why you let this happen again? They let it happen because this is what they wanted to happen. They let it happen because ain't nobody stopping it from happening. I'm tired of it. Then he be on my YouTube talking about you're not being held. You're not holding yourself accountable for your what actions? I've been out here slaving, trying to prevent this goddamn shit, and they had the nerve to get on my YouTube and imply I was doing something other than doing my due diligence and being right and trying to get this shit paid. Ain't that a bitch? She gonna tell me, I don't see anything. I didn't file. I don't see anything. I don't see anything what we filed. We, you mean you. You, lady, you. It's you. Like the leasing office told me when I called her. It's her. And her name, I don't know if this lady is Mexican because of her name. The name sounds Mexican. Her name sounds Mexican. So I don't know if this lady Mexican. I don't hear the accent in her voice, but I don't know if she's Mexican or what, but her name seems to be Mexican. So this lady, that's accounts receivable, had been lying to me the whole time. Now, getting in by the end of August, yes. But now we got a court date on the 8th. She said, you still have time to pay. No, we can't pay, lady, because y'all fixed your portal to where it don't take payments. Partial payments, last month payments. It only takes the full amount payments on the payment date. Or after. But if it double up, you're telling me it don't take any payments. So I can't go in. The court said come in with any kind of receipts. The court, I can't come in with any kind of receipts. I come in with my bank ledger. That's receipts. That's receipts. I come in with the bank ledger saying that I'm paid up till June. That's a receipt. But I can't come in with any other receipts making it look like I'm making good faith payments to try to get this balance caught up because of the way they've done the portal. This building does exactly like Uber. Uber has set up policies that fucks up the driver. Your 5-star will fuck the driver's up earnings rate. You set policies that's not for the individual. It works against the individual. You make changes to stuff that is going to cause problems to the individual using it instead of helping. Why would you change the portal to not take payments? I don't give a damn what kind of payment it is. Why did they change the portal here to where we can't make any payments? Because if they had not changed that, back when I was getting money, I could have been throwing money on it before anybody else got it or had to go to any other bill. And maybe by the end of July, I would have got the rent in. And I wouldn't be sitting here looking at this goddamn summons. But nevertheless, the fact still remains. I have an outstanding balance of $3,800 and something. I didn't get July in. And the summons was coming either way. But this is somebody else's rental rate on here. She tried to tell me this is my rental rate. I wish my rental rate was $14.79 here. I've never had $14.79. She talking about this. She tried to say that the amount due is correct. No, it's not. They said amount due including total rent. It says number 5. Number 5. D. Total rent, late fees, and lease charges now due. Late fees and lease charges. No. Mine is $2,057 after the end of July. Now, because August is hit, it's $3,800. So, let me tell you something about the late fees. This woman just tried to tell me. I told you I got assessed a $190 court fee. I told you if you don't get it in by a certain date, they tell you the date they're going to assess the court fees. I believe hers was the 15th or the 17th of this month. I got assessed a $190 late fee. She just got off the phone telling me I didn't put you would see on the portal that your late fees didn't pop up until I filed in court on the 24th. She said the 25th. She told me the 24th she filed. But now she's saying the 25th. That's a lie. That's a lie. And if I go on that portal and there's a date of July 24th or 25th as those fees been added, that's a lie. Because I watched that portal like a hawk. Their court fees was added to my account prior to her filing. Just like the late fees. The late fees, you get a late fee if you don't get the rent in by the 3rd. After the 3rd, the next day when I go on my portal, there's $100 extra in the rent. Like clockwork. They don't waste no time here. I went through this last month with the court fees. The court fees. She told me she's going to add court fees. I think it was on the 14th. By the 15th, after midnight, when I went on that portal, the court fees was on there. It wasn't on there between the hours of midnight and 3, but after that, it popped up on there. She going to tell me that the court fees don't pop up on my account until they actually file. No, it don't. You tell me every day, every time I go through this, that we're going to assess court fees on this certain date. And that is prior to them filing. you are assessing court fees prior to going into the court and filing. So that is given. It's no biggie to me because you're going to assess them anyway because I ain't got the rent. But they are assessing court fees. It goes on the very next day. I don't know why she sat there on that phone and told me, as you would see, it popped up on there on the 25th. So if I go on the portal and see it says the 25th, I know this building is participating in something where they are switching dates and information on their portal. They're switching dates and information. If I go on that portal and it shows a date that fee was assessed, saying the 24th or 25th, when I know it was the very next day, and I saw it because I logged in on there. I kept looking because I was trying to get the rent in by the end of July. This is the weekend of July. I was trying to get the rent in, but I was nowhere near it. So I went back on there to log on there to see if the court fees had popped up. No, the rent had doubled up. The rent hadn't doubled up yet. That didn't double up. But the court fees, I went on there to see if the court fees was on there. It wasn't on there right before midnight. But after midnight, it popped up on there. The court fees always pop up the very next day. The very next day. They don't be waiting until they filing. So if that's the case, if it pops up the very next day, you should have been filing on the day you told me you was going to assess those court fees. If you tell me you're going to assess court fees on the 14th, after the 14th, you got to 8, they usually give me to 8 a.m. of that day, they say. If she say the 14th, they give me to 8 a.m. that day to get the rent paid for them to not do anything. If not, they're going to assess the court fees. So after 8 a.m. on the 14th, the court fees are assessed. And on the 15th, sometime after midnight, I will see it on my account. So they are assessing the court fees prior to filing the court fees, which is still no biggie because I owe. But don't tell me what you not doing, and I'm looking at what you're doing. Don't tell me that.